In this video, you are going to learn how to get started with the EEPROMDuino RTC board. I will teach you how to set up your environment and how to create a simple sketch to blink an LED. Let's get started. Hey guys, I know it's always the same question. What can I do with the Arduino board? What is it? That's why, even when I got the EEPROMDuino, that's the first question people ask is, what can you do with that board? And the answer is, this is a microcontroller and it gives you a bunch of pinouts that you can use to control motors, sensors, turn on a light, a switch, a push button. A lot of things that you can do with this, including robotics. Like if you can make a robot out of this, you can automate your home with this. They're very powerful and they have a memory. This thing is amazing. So what can you really build with this? In order to get to that, we have to start with the basics, right? And that's what I want to focus in this videos, is to start with the basic of what we call the hello world in programming, which is blinking an LED, right? That's very simple, but once you start learning how to blink that LED, how to connect the pins, how to set it as an output, how to sense signal to turn on and off that LED, that's the best way to start learning what to do with these boards. Because it's easy to start thinking big, or I want to do something big, but if you have not yet gotten started with it, it's hard to go from 0 to 100. So that's why I want to focus my attention in getting you guys started with the basics. I know there's tons of videos out there for that, but in order for me to gradually get to the hard part, I decided to start with the very, very basics, which is the hello world of programming. Saying hello world in the case of electronics is blinking an LED. So I hope you like it. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start by downloading and installing the Arduino IDE. And to do that, we are going to visit www.arduino.cc. Once you're there, go to the software tab and click on it. And then from here, scroll down until you see download the Arduino IDE. And make sure to select the operating system that you have. In my case, I have the Mac, so I'm going to download the Mac version. So just click on that. Now here, if you have not donated to the Arduino organization, I'll suggest you to do so. I already have done it, so I'm just going to say just download. And now we are extracting the file that we just downloaded. Okay, so on the Mac, it's very simple. Just drag your Arduino.app file that you just downloaded and drag it inside the applications folder. And just do that and put it in there. In my case, I already have the Arduino installed, so it's asking me if I want to replace it. So I'm going to say yes, replace it. Okay, so now we're done. Now we if you have Windows, just follow all the instructions, or Linux, until you have the IDE fully installed. So I'm going to assume that you already have it installed and running, and let's just open it. Okay, so now that we have it open, we need to create a Blink LED project. We can create it from scratch, or the Arduino IDE comes with the Blink LED sample created for us. So to save time, we can just do that. So go to File, and go to go to Examples, and select Basics, and choose Blink. and that will bring the blink LED project. So scroll down. We don't need to make any changes here because we're gonna compile this on different Arduinos. It's already coded, so use the LED built in, which is pin 13, and it's already set as an output. And then in the loop, what's happening here is that this is gonna loop over and over and over, and every time we loop, it's gonna send the signal to the LED to turn on high, and it's gonna keep it for 1 second, and then it's gonna turn it off. So high turns it on, low turns it off, and then it's gonna turn it off in 1 second also, and then it's gonna loop. And so we don't need to make any changes here. We can just compile it. Now it's time to connect your Arduino board to the computer and upload the sketch. So once you connect your Arduino or EEPROMDuino board, go to Tools, go on the board, and for the EEPROMDuino, we have to use the Arduino Uno. Select that. If you have a different Arduino board, you can just come here and select that, or if you have the Uno, you can just keep the top one, or if you have the Leonardo or the Mega. So whichever board you have to select it here, and this is very important because if there's any errors when you compile the code or when you upload the sketch, it's because of the serial, because of this thing too. So just select the right board for you. In my case, I'm using the EEPROMDuino board, which is compiled with the Arduino Uno. And then now we have to go back to Tools, and this is also important. And this part here, the serial ports, is very different for everybody, but usually look out for the one that says USB serial. On the PC, this might be different, but it's the same thing almost. Don't choose the Bluetooth because this is not using Bluetooth. In my case, the board that is showing up is the USB serial, so I'm going to select that. And now that everything is wired, so we got the board selected, we have the port selected, all we have to do now, just click upload. So when you click upload, this is going to send the code to the board. And just look for this done uploading, and it's going to say here, thank you. So right now my board is blinking an LED, and you're going to see that next. Okay, the next step is to connect the wires to the Arduino board. I'm going to use the ground, which is the black one, and I'm going to put that one on the ground lane here, and that is to match this line here where the ground is connected on the resistor. The next one we're going to do is the positive, which is the red one, and this we're going to connect it to the positive lead on the LED, and we're going to put it right next to the on this line. Okay, so now we're going to mount the LED, and for the LED you have to look out for the positive lead, which is the longer one. The LEDs usually have a short lead or a long lead, so you have to make sure that the positive is the long one. And what I'm going to do is connect it where the positive is, and the other one where is connected to the ground, which is also connected to the resistor that is going to be touching ground on the line here, on this line. Okay, so now the LED is connected. Now let's connect it to the Arduino board. In this case, I'm going to use the Arduino, and what I'll do is connect it to pin 13. So I'm going to connect this to ground, and we can use ground right here. And then the other one, we're going to connect it to pin 13. So this will be connected to the pin 13. And now we just need to provide power. And the Arduino sketch is already installed for the blink LED. So now when I connect it, you are going to see that the LED is going to blink, and it's also blinking on the L line here, the LED that is link. The L stands for link, and it's also blinking the external LED that we have connected. The same behavior we're going to have, and I'm going to plug the Arduino. Now I'm going to use the EEPROMDuino, and the EEPROMDuino has the same pinout as the Arduino Uno, or the Arduino that I just showed you, this one. And we can connect it the same way. So for ground, let's find the ground. And the ground is on the power line here. So it's the second one here. And now we're going to connect this to pin 13, which is the D13 for digital. Okay. And all we have to do now is apply power. It's the same thing. I'm going to grab the USB. The blink sketch is already installed in the EEPROMDuino, so all I have to do is apply power, and as you can see, the LED is going to blink on both the link LED on board and the external LED that we have installed. And it's the same behavior that we got from this Arduino board than the EEPROMDuino board. So anything you can do here, you will be able to do it on the EEPROMDuino board. Now let's unplug the EEPROMDuino, unplug this power, and let's try the same thing with the Arduino Mega. So same process, find the ground and connect the ground, and here I'm going to connect it to pin 13 again, same way that we did the other Arduino board, and all we have to do is apply power. Now when you apply power, you will see that the LED is going to blink. So we're getting the same behavior on all the different Arduinos, and that's because they are all sharing kind of the same code, and what's under the hood, they run in the same bootloader, so it's all compatible. So now we can just unplug this from here, unplug the power, and I have one more board, which is the Arduino Leonardo, and I will do the same thing. So let's first connect the pins. So 13, and now I'm going to connect ground. Okay, and now we have to apply power, and here's the power, and you will see same behavior. So it's blinking, and it's also blinking on the board on the L LED, external and the L. Okay, so that shows you that doesn't matter which Arduino board you're using, they will share the same behavior, and that will also work okay with the EEPROMDuino board, because this is a smaller version of the Arduino, in the sense of you can see the difference here, and this one also has the EEPROMDuino comes with the extra EEPROM, and also it comes with the onboard real-time clock, which is kind of cool. Hey guys, this is it. I hope you have fun blinking a simple LEDs. In the next tutorial, I'll try to go a little bit more advanced, because that's the purpose of this videos, is to how can I take you from not knowing anything about the Arduino to building your own project. So please stick around, because I have a lot more stuff coming. Don't forget to subscribe. That's going to help me get motivated to create more content like this and to bring you more future videos. Now, the next thing for you is to experiment. So today we only blink one LED. Now I want you to start blinking 2 LEDs, maybe 3, maybe create a traffic light signal. There's many ways to do it. Today we only use pin 13, but you can connect pin 12, pin 10, and you know, just experiment. I'm going to leave that to you, and hopefully next time we can share some of your progress. Leave me a comment in the comment area. Please tell me, you know, were you able to follow along? Did you have any issues? Or recommend any future tutorial? What else do you want to see? What else do you want to learn when it comes to the Arduino? You can leave it on the notes on the comments below. Thank you guys. That's it for today, and I see you next time.